Hey everybody, it's Miss Ty. I'm sure your parents told you school is closed today. That means we're going to have a change. What is that change today? Today, the change is we are going to have computer class for just a minute. And then someone in your family or a friend is going to teach you. I'm not going to teach you today. Today, your mom, your dad, your grandma, brother, sister, or maybe a friend will be teaching you after we talk at computer class. So let's see what they're going to teach you today. Are you ready? Today, we are going to be doing writing. That's right. Today, I'm not going to teach you writing. Miss Cindy is not going to teach you writing. Mr. Jim, Miss Jane, and Mr. Aaron are not going to teach you writing. Today, someone else in your home who loves you is going to teach you. So let's see what they're going to do with you. Hey kids, you can watch, but right now I need to talk to your parents. But I want to remind you, the stuff that we're doing, you've already done. It's things you've already done in our class before. So while your parents or your family or a friend is going to be teaching you today, I want you to also teach them because these are things you know how to do. Okay? So parents, let me show you what the plan is. Today I'm going to be showing you what you'll be doing with writing for two different groups. And so it depends on the journal that is in your child's packet as to what you're going to be doing with them. So we're going to start with the kids who have this journal. So if you open your packet and your child has this journal in their packet, what I want you to do with them is on a regular basis, doesn't have to be every day, but a couple of times a week, we would like for them to draw a picture about what they've been doing, something that they're interested in, something they've seen online, an experience that they've had. Really, anything that you can get them to draw a picture or write about is what we want, because the important thing is that they engage in conversation with you, that they retell a story about something that they've done, or that they express something that they've enjoyed. Again, it's kind of up to them. Let me go ahead and erase this. I had this on there from another lesson I was doing. And let me show you what we want you to do. So one thing we want you to do is to have them draw a picture. The other thing we would really, really like them to do is to label that picture if at all possible. And what would labeling look like? So labeling could look like this. Let's say they drew a picture of a tree. Labeling could look like a couple of different things. One thing it could look like is you saying, this is the letter T. T is the first letter in tree. And then you want them to copy the letter. I intentionally used a capital letter here because this group has been working on letters that, I'm going to say ones that have straight lines and sticks in particular. So T is one of the letters that they've been working on recently, is that capital letter T. So labeling could look like them just writing the first letter of the word. Or it could look like you writing the word and then them copying it. The other thing it might look like is they draw a picture and then beside it, they just do some kind of imaginative writing. We are good with any of those, any of them at all. Whatever you can get them to do, especially since their stamina is a little bit low after being on spring break, we're happy with. The other things that we're going to have you do is when you read a book with your child, or you look at a book they look at a book that's being read online, or listen to one of the books that I'm posting online, we would like you to complete one of two worksheets. So one of them is this one, and where they're expressing their opinion. That was something we had focused on this past trimester, was expressing their opinion, and to let us know Did they like the book? And they can tell us they did like it, they thought it was okay, or they did not like it. And any of those are fine, because sometimes they read books and they don't like them. I read books, I don't like them either. And then they're going to draw a picture of what was their favorite part of the book. Again, if possible, when they draw that picture, we would like them to come back and label it. And one word is fine, one letter is fine, a string of imaginative letters are fine. Again, we just want to get that label on there. Okay. I have included 10 of these in the packets that I'll be sending home, 10 of them. The next thing that I'll have you do is this one. The other one was expressing their opinion. This one is expressing both their opinion and their knowledge. So the other thing we'll have them do is to complete a book summary. You would need to write the title. We would like them to identify the title of the book, identify the author of the book. However, you would need to write the name of that. Another option is you could write it out, have them cut it out, and then glue it on. And then tell us about the book. What was the book about? Was it about animals? Was it about people? Was it about a holiday? Was it about fun or something else? And then how did the book make them feel? The last thing that we do is ask whether or not they would recommend the book, and we let them know that recommend means, did you like the book, and do you think one of your friends should read it? Yes or no. Again, I have included 10 of each of these packets for you. 10 of each of these in the packets for you. And we'd like you to do 1, maybe 2 a week, okay? Now, for the next group of kids, if your children have this in their packet, we want the same thing. We want them to keep a journal while they're out. Do it a couple of times a week if at all possible. And we'd like kind of the same thing, except instead of labeling, this group is dictating that you are writing the sentence and then they are copying the sentence. So let's say, for instance, one of our little friends, and I really believe that he's been doing this while I is out, he loves monster trucks. So let's say that one of the things he drew was he drew was a picture of monster trucks, and he said to you that he wanted to write, I love monster trucks. So what you're going to do, because not only are we working with them on actually writing the words and forming the letters, but we're working with them on having a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence and having a period at the end of a sentence. We have just introduced question marks, so we're going to ask everybody to hold off on that. That is being worked into their animal reports when they're doing that, those informational texts. So we're going to ask that nobody do anything with question marks unless you tell them the question mark goes on the end, and then you can work with them on understanding that that is a question and understanding what a question sounds like. But right now we're only focusing on a period. So let's say that child said, I love monster trucks. I would say to that child, oh, the first word in your sentence is I. That's the letter I. Let me think. Would that be a lowercase I, or would that be a capital I? Now, if they didn't get that, I would go to, is it a little I or a big I? But I'm trying to increase the rigor and the vocabulary by saying a lowercase and uppercase letter. And so we would want them to tell us that it starts with a capital letter. And then I would write, I love monster. Oh, I hope I have room. Okay, I'm going to have to go down. Monster trucks. And then we would talk about that that's the end of a sentence. And what goes at the end of the sentence? A period goes at the end of a sentence. Now, another thing that I want you guys to focus on is that we still have some of our buddies that are cramming words together. So what we want to make sure that they understand is that there is a finger space between all words, if that had gone on. And especially our little friend whose name starts with a W, if you could focus with him, work with him on making sure that there is a finger space between each of those words, period at the end, capital letter at the beginning. And if you can get them to write more than one sentence, we moved above that, so we're trying to push them up to 2 and 3 sentences. We would appreciate that. If their stamina is at 1, don't fight it. Don't fight it. 1 is good. So again, the next activities are for the students who have this journal in their packet. For those students, same kind of thing. When either you read a book to them, I read a book to them online, or they watch a book being read online, we want them to do these. These are worksheets that they are used to doing. They do them on a regular basis with all of the stories that we read. I want to let you know we do one worksheet a day. Hear that again, one, just one. So unless they're asking, please don't push them too hard to do more than that. Writing for some of our kids can be pretty laborious, and so we don't want them to become so fatigued or to get tired of doing the activities in case we're out for a couple of weeks. So this is what you're going to be doing after a book has been read. One of the things that you're going to be doing is having them write the title of a book. Again, we focus on the title. We're always going to do the writing first and then drawing the picture. Listen to that again. Writing first, then draw the picture. If you let your child draw the picture first, it is highly likely that they will become fatigued, they will run out of stamina, and then the writing becomes much more difficult. So the first thing you're going to do is to have them write the title and then draw a picture of the story. On another day, you're going to have them write the character's name and then have them draw a picture of the character and what the character is thinking. Now listen, that what the character is thinking can be difficult for some of our kids who have language delays. So if you need to prompt them, if you have to ask questions, if you need to dig a little deeper, go ahead. We all do that when needed. You know your child. You know where they are. So again, if you need to give them assistance, we give them assistance from across the prompting hierarchy, and that is A-OK. The next thing that we're going to be working on with our children is the setting, and the setting is where the story took place. Again, writing first, then drawing the picture. And then, as everyone knows, this last trimester we were working on expressing our opinions. So they're going to write what their favorite part of the book was and then draw a picture of it. And then on another day, they're going to write why they like the book. Now this in particular, if you notice, has multiple lines. This is a place that we're really working on getting 2 to 3 sentences. And if they need to write one sentence, take a break, the next day write another sentence, or later in the day, that's fine. We don't have a problem with that at all. So you're going to be working with them on that. So I have included, again, like with the other group, I've included 10 of each of those. In addition to that, I put some other little activities in there, some alphabet writing and all that kind of stuff. But this is the main focus. This is what they do on a regular basis. This is what addresses their IEP goals. And if you have any questions, you know, you have my phone number. You can give me a call or text me. I'm much better at responding to text. The other thing you can do is to email me at trwilliams@mcps.k12.mt.us, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Anyway, guys, have fun writing. Please work hard for your parents. Remember, they're new teachers. This is new for them. And you know, as we talk about, sometimes when you're doing something that's new, it can be hard and you might mess up. But that's okay. We just keep trying. We just keep working hard until we get it. And I know you all are awesome writers, and I cannot wait to see what you've done while you've been out. Love you all. Can't wait to see you. Bye.